Bumble?
They don't use mutual currently, or they have never had a mutual.
Both of them have told me they have never had a mutual.
False.
No.
False. I'm sorry. They're
Well,
not telling
the fact that you came up with a name makes me a little nervous.
All right, welcome back to Big Night Mormons, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Cardin Ellis, and today we have in the studio with us a guest, none other than Jim Bennett, the original author of, I believe, the first or second, one of the major rebuttals to the CES letter that was quoted quite extensively in the videos that we made. And, of course, we got the other Midnight Mormons, Brad Whitbeck and Kwaku L. So, Jim wanted to come on our show today. First off, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for flying me down here. I'm excited.
Hey, and we put you up in some really cool digs. You're going to dig the hotel.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying? And you're going to need a really comfortable bed from the working we're going to give you today. Because, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you wanted to speak your mind. You wanted to air some grievances, so hit it. Jim, the floor is yours. Where do we go wrong?
To air some grievances. Well, to begin with, I am not a boomer. That has to be the first thing that I air of grievances. You guys did one of these podcasts and you're like, the problem with boomers like Jim Bennett is the boomers. I am solidly Generation X.
Oh, okay. Well, let me just demystify some of this here.
Okay.
Boomer is a colloquialism that's used by Zoomers and young kids nowadays on the internet to pretty much describe anybody that they feel is old enough to be detached from their cultural point of view. So on my other podcast, which was one of the number one podcasts for a very prominent UBI candidate in some recent elections, I was actually called Cardin the Boomer King, because though I am an elder millennial, even I was considered boomer by some of those people. So this doesn't necessarily, it's loving. It's a loving adage.
Well, it didn't feel loving. So
that's it. That's all you got, man.
No. Well, the other thing, and I have to bring this up. I met Kwaku today for the first time, but I hadn't brought this up, but I'm now going to put you on the spot.
All right.
Because I watched that podcast where you said, hey, Jim Bennett's daughters hit me up on Mutual.
Is there some beef
We
there?
matched like 3 times.
No, you didn't, because my daughters don't use Mutual.
We have matched. I know for a fact it wasn't. You have 2 little blonde daughters. Not little. I mean, they're my age, but right.
I have 2. They're both blonde. Yes.
I don't know which one of names, but I have matched with one of them from freshman year to now 3 times. We never DM. We never talk, but we have always matched. And of course she's going to say no. Hey, daughter, the guy who's like on fire right now for making all my buddies mad. Did you match with him? Of course she's not going to say yes.
Or maybe your daughters are just so good looking that other people are using their images for sock puppet accounts out of jealousy.
You can't remember a name? Because it might have been a niece. I have nieces with the Bennett name.
Or there are lots of Canadian Bennetts.
I think you better just right now just run with it, Kwaku.
I want to say the name was Eliza.
Okay, I do have a daughter named
Okay,
Eliza.
all right. Yeah, I knew it. Yes, it has happened 3 times since freshman year. We've never gone out. We've never even like DM'd. But on Mutual, it's you swipe up, they swipe up, and it goes ping. It's a match. So it's
Ooh,
How did you know she was my daughter?
You just kind of know.
You just kind of know?
Yeah. Hey, so it looks like somebody
You guys
has
all have the Bennett look.
Yeah.
And I think we were friends on Facebook. And
We
you
are friends
posted like
on
a picture of
Facebook.
your family. And I was like, oh, yeah, I was growing up.
Okay, well, we're going to move on from this topic because obviously one of these 2 has some talking to do with Eliza.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? And Eliza,
is,
you got to come clean about your use of Mutual to your dad now if he thinks you're not using it.
She absolutely insists that she hasn't used Mutual. So Eliza's a senior at BYU. She's graduating this year. My other daughter, she's 2 years older, and she's actually a freshman at the university. Not a freshman, but she's a first-year medical student.
Oh, wow.
At the University of Utah Medical School.
Oh, that's
nice.
impressive.
So, and both of them absolutely insisted they just don't use Mutual.
Wait.
Was it Bumble?
They don't use Mutual currently, or they have never had a Mutual?
Both of them have told me they have never had a Mutual.
False.
No.
False. I'm sorry. They're
Well,
not telling
the fact that you came up with a name makes me a little nervous. So
Like it just happened.
That's fine. That's fine. But that was just the reaction from my daughters.
believe
I don't never use mutual.
Block this out. It happened when I lived at
The range.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, cool. So, with that aside,
With that aside,
all right, hit us.